Hi guys, just want to jump in with this a little bit before the video starts. Just a little bit of an explanation, well not quite an explanation, but no video last week. So the video you're about to watch was recorded last week, and it's quite decent, so I thought I'd put it in this week. It's a week late, it's not what I normally do, but it is what you're getting. Stick around right to the end, because I'm going to put an explanation of what's going on in my life, and you can kind of understand the position I'm in at the moment. Yeah, stick around to the end of the video. Hope you enjoy what you get to see. Like I say, there's some interesting stuff in there, so it was worth putting it out a week late, if that makes sense. Take care, I'll see you at the other end. Bye guys. Hello you beautiful people, how the devil are you? Welcome to the channel. Those that don't know, my name's Paul and I'm a truck driver here in the UK, and I'm on my way into, not quite Dudley, but not far away from Dudley. This is where we went on Friday in the last week's video, last bit in the last week's video, if that makes sense. I forgot to record on my way in, or on his way in, so I thought I'd start the video here today. It's Wednesday afternoon. What time is it? 2:15 in the afternoon. I was on a HS2 job this morning, so there wouldn't have been any chance of recording. Simply not allowed to record on their side. There's not even a hint of it. I'm not even going to ask. Pointless. So I figured I just wouldn't even bother recording any of that. In hindsight, I should have shown you the load that I was carrying and the way it was chained down, because that's quite interesting. I think it was quite interesting. It might be interesting to some of you flatbedders that are new to chain work. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you would have seen the photo of the load that I moved. I put it up yesterday. The problem we got was the chains were like long enough. My chains are not long enough to get over the load. And I needed 3 chains. It's only about 18 tonne. So I needed to put 3 chains on minimum, and I only carry 5 chains. So obviously I can double the chains up, but that left me 1 chain short. There is a way of lengthening 2 chains by using one more, a 3rd chain. In fact, to tell you what I'll do, instead of trying to explain it, I'll draw you a little picture. I'll explain it. So I'll be back after you've watched the bit that I haven't recorded yet, but you'll be watching it next. In a bit. Right guys, apologies about the noise in the background, but I'm hoping you can hear me okay. Right, so let's quickly draw a trailer. Yeah, kind of trailer-ish, isn't it? That's kind of ish. Wheel, side rails, landing legs. Yeah, lights there. Okay, really, really rough. And then the load I had, we had timber. I think there's only timbers at either end. One piece. Timber. Timber. Another piece. Sorry about the really dodgy drawing, but I'm trying to draw over something, as you can appreciate. Right, and then there was another piece. So another piece of timber there, another piece of timber there, and another piece there. Like that. So, the chains, you throw the chains over, you hook it into the other side from where you stood at this side of the vehicle, and it comes over, wiggle, 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 chain link, and then you hook. Right? Now that hook obviously ain't going to reach the chock rail there. Right? And then you've got, I actually put 3 on, so I put, let's do another wiggle, 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 chain link, and then hook. Alright, and the hooks don't look like that before you all start showing, don't look like that. Alright, so we're only concentrating on these 2. So, what you got to do, you get a 3rd chain, so obviously you've got a chain, wiggle, 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 chain link, it's got a hook on either end, yeah? So what you do, hook into there, set this hook here, hook into your chock rail, so your hook's in there like that, and you take a piece of chain, wiggle, 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 bit of chain, and then you put your binder. So you've got your binder, you know what your binder looks like. Shall we do our binder? We'll do our binder here. So you've got the middle bit for the binder, you've got your handle, you've got a thread, and then you've got a hook at the end of the thread. And then same at that end, thread and a hook. Okay, so you take your top hook, hook it in there, comes down, centre bit, there, handle, and you get your bottom hook and hook it in this chain here that you brought up. Your chain comes up there, so you've got all this loose coming down here. Right? Tighten it, tighten it, tighten it, that pulls it that way, that pulls it that way. So thread pulls it down, thread pulls it up, tightens it up. Right? So that's that chain tight. And you get this hook here. Right? Another binder, so you put your hook in, thread, centre bit, handle, hook on the chock rail, bit of chain into the hook, tighten it down, the binder. Okay, so these hooks from this chain are defunct, you don't use them. So if you've got a bit of spare chain there, and that bit there, so you've got your hook from your binder, so this here is swinging. What you can do is you can take that and you can hook it back into itself, just to stop it swinging around. Now, so you've got this 3rd chain here, you've got it hooked in there and fastened there, and then you've got all this loose, you know, links all the way into there. Right, it's all into that, right, isn't it? And it comes down to the hook into there. So you've got all this chain here. So what you can do is you pull it tight that way, and then from where it hooks in here, you pull it tight that way, so it goes all the way that way. So it goes from here all the way out, all the way back to there. And then this bit, you just come around, wrap it around. I hope that makes sense. You can see it. Fantastic going. And then 3rd one, all I did with the 3rd one, threw a chain over, all the way over. Hook comes there. Got another a 5th chain, so that's 1, 2, 3. Look, chain over, putting a hook, that's 4, and then my last chain I've got a hook there, with the last chain, wiggle, 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 that's a link for the top one. Then I've got a hook there, so all I did was I hooked that one into there, and I hooked that one into there, and then I hauled that join back up onto the top, and then I used 2 binders. I put a binder here, and then on the other side I put another binder opposite. I think that makes sense. Right, back into it. Bang! Obviously I ain't going anywhere. I've just chopped it, split it, put that bit in. Yeah, so I hope that explains. It's quite a simple process really. Just a very quick recap. Throw 2 chains over, hook them into the chock rail on the outside, which you can do on these trailers. Before anybody starts saying, you don't use chock rails, we can, because these are a C-channel chock rail, you can use them, they are rated. So you hook one in, pull your slack out of 2 chains next to each other, and then you get a 3rd chain, hook it into the chock rail, bring it up with a ratchet, hook your 2 hooks in, tighten it down, and then you can drag it across to the other side. You drag the chain down the bed of the trailer and and put it onto the next ratchet, and then you've got to store the chain away. That's entirely up to you how you do that. I wrapped most of the chain around one of the ratchets, and then I put an actual strap across the bed to hold it onto the bed, the length of the chain. It never moved, so it's bob on. And obviously the third one, then I just hooked 2 chains together and threw them over the bed, which I will have explained in the little drawing. But yeah, easy way of doing it. It's just a little bit of knowledge for you guys if you didn't know that. We've got some of our drives that are throwing straps over because, you know, they've only got 5 chains, so doubling 2 chains over, 2 chains up, throwing them over, and then that leaves them 1 chain, which is no use to them because it's not long enough. So they've been throwing straps, but you can't get up there to put corner protectors on, so the straps have got a chance of cutting through on the raw metal, which is just utterly ridiculous. You just never ever put a strap on raw metal like that. You just don't do it. If it's galvanised, you can get away with it. If it's painted, still really shouldn't. There's still quite a square edge there, unless it's the heatproof paint, which is right thick and it gives you a nice rounded edge. You don't need to edge protect that. Anyway, we digressed. What have we done this week? Monday we did 2. I say we as in me and a lad called Graham. We did 2 loads from Dalton to Billingham, which is just north of Stockton-on-Tees, to a building site there. Don't know what we're building, never asked. We did 20, I think we're just over 22 metres each. We did two runs, so we did 2 loads each. And then I loaded up and headed down the road for Luton yesterday morning. From Luton, where did I go yesterday? Oh, Harewood. I went up to Harewood to Tazaker, took you in there before, which is where I picked the load up for the HS2 job, and I got back down to Kiel Services last night. So I now out to Kiel. Trailer got hit by a foreigner who was parking up and clipped my trailer with the headboard of his curtain sider as we were pulling in. Obviously I was watching TV and wagon got shook about, you know, so you expect it would do. So I jumped out to check for damage, and sure enough, it only just nicked it. Bit of paint transfer, that was all, so I'm not going to drama about that. He couldn't apologise enough. He even offered me a couple of beers, which I turned down because I just don't drink through the week. Yeah, it was actually a nice guy, so no dramas. A little bit of fucking swearing then, sorry. A little bit of scuff paint, and that was all. So, I've had an issue with the truck. Came up with an amber warning on the dashboard. I can't remember, it was the engine malfunction, see workshop for details or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said. And it wouldn't go off, and also my DVS camera, the near side DVS camera had stopped working. And I've got up today, obviously I rang it in, that was on Monday, but it only been an amber warning. The company's not, the fleet, you know, the guys in the office are not overly fussed about it. You know, I can run with it and get it sorted at the weekend, which is fair enough. And got up this morning and well, the warning's gone, my camera's back. I don't understand that. Don't understand that at all. I wouldn't have thought it'd be linked somehow, because the cameras are fitted, third party, they're fitted after we've got the vehicles. You know, the vehicles come from the docks, go into Haydock Commercials at, funny enough, Haydock. And obviously they're wrapped, they're fitted with the roof bars, the light bar on the roof, the lights in the grille, and also the camera system, camera recording. So I don't understand that myself, but they're working, so that's all that matters. Keep an eye on them. Anyway, the Barnshaws, where we're going, is to our left right now. We've got Trustwells in here, which is, if you don't know, it's a company I used to work for. 7 years with them. Oh, wow, I didn't see all that lot down there. There's quite a few people in here. One of ours on the inside. Right, well, I'll cut you loose for now. And See what the crack is here. Right, yep, cut you loose. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now, guys. Guys, how the devil are you? Well, he's joined me on Thursday morning now. I left you as I got to Barnshaws last night, or yesterday afternoon. Well, it took an absolute age to get loaded. Absolutely took forever. Over then because there was a truck joining off the slip road and then it flashed me back over across. It's going past now. Yeah, it took an absolute age to get loaded. By the time I got loaded it was dark and just wanted to get parked up. So I got down the road last night and parked. Just knock it off because it's taking me. Let me go. Yeah, I got back down the road, back up the road. And I was hoping to get to our depot at Runcorn. Yeah, I just wasn't going to make it on my driving duty time. I was going to be a few minutes short, so I stopped at Lim last night, which is where you just see me pull out from. Boy, it's that place littered with trucks this morning. This is stretched out one pin, so there's about maybe a little over a metre gap in the trailer, and there's probably about the same overhang. And I couldn't just pull. To be fair, I forgot to put my video on before I actually pulled away, but I couldn't pull out and turn left because there was trucks littered straight opposite. So I ended up having to drive straight through, round the truck parking and back out. Sorry, I'm belching and all sorts, I really do apologise. So yeah, it wasn't the best getting out this morning. But we did it. We didn't hit anything. That's all that matters, isn't it? Don't damage out, that's all that matters. But yeah, I had a good catch up with a couple of the Trustwell boys last night, who I used to work with, or yesterday afternoon, who I used to work with. I haven't seen for a while, so it was good to catch up with them while we were waiting. And as I say, I eventually got loaded. Last one to get loaded. They were closing the place up again, as they were on Friday when I loaded there. But yeah. So into Runcorn, drop this trailer, take the chains off it, and then apparently there's one there waiting for me. That's come from the docks, so I assume that'll already be chained up. That's come across from Ireland, and that's going to a site at Wakefield. The site at Wakefield, I don't know if I've taken you on before, I'm sure I have. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, it's not very good. It's not the best. I'll probably take you on site with me, the first bit on site anyway, because the ramp going up onto the actual building site itself is not the best. Of overlaying because there's stuff going on in the hard shoulder. So there's nothing wrong with, well, that's a grey anyway, but no worries. If there's stuff going on in the hard shoulder, I always, if you've got flashy lights on the hard shoulder, if I can move over, I will do. Just give them plenty of room. I've worked on the hard shoulder and it's not a very nice place to work. So, anywho, we're waffling on, we're wittering, aren't we? So, love you, leave you for now. And I'll catch up with you probably when we're approaching Wakefield. I might do a bit of filming in the yard at Runcorn when we get there. I'll catch up with you probably when it's daylight as well. So, and that light's worked out pretty well, I thought. I thought last week's video was quite good. So, anyway. Right, we'll catch you in a bit, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Thought I met you at the wrong time. Then you caught me on that one night. Girl, I wanna know how this can get out of my control. Zip line into your timeline. Hey, that body don't lie. I didn't care for the hype, yeah. But when I saw you tonight, ooh, girl, you know just what you're doing. I'll go 1,000 miles to show you that I'm right for your love. Hey, keep breaking necks when you passing them by. Make sure they know that you taking love in your vibe. Let's be forever tonight, and I will let you make up your mind. But I can't wait. Where you coming over? Let me be your chauffeur. Baby, I will keep on calling you love till you do the same. Let me take it over. Drive it like a chauffeur, like a chauffeur. Let me drive that. Yeah, I can't recall when you came through that door, yeah. Glowing like a headlight. Independent all the way, got her bread right, yeah. Hard to ignore. Sexy body make a jaw hit the floor. Won't you come over now? Just let me hold you down. Nothing else matching your type. Nothing else matching your type, yeah. Oh, I feel the magic in the air. And when you give me a taste, I swear. When you give me a taste, let me take it over. Drive it like a chauffeur. I will let you make up your mind, but I can't wait.
Hi guys, put some more lights on actually. Better. Yeah. Yeah, we've tipped and dropped and swapped. Yeah, we've got that trailer in, which is one of ours obviously, blue one, fairly new one. And we picked up this red hire trailer, which you should have seen in a little bit of rear footage. You should have seen that one now, didn't it? Supposed to be chained down. Supposed to have already been left chained for me. So when I dropped my trailer, I took all my chains off because that's what we do. And this has come from the docks, so it would have been chained down coming over the water. This seat's filthy. I don't know why. Tell you about that in a second. Yeah, it's got to be left out, chained up on a boat. So the guy that's brought it in here should have left the chains on. Whether he has or not, I don't know. Or whether somebody's taken them off because they needed chains, I don't know. I don't care. There was one chain on it anyway and a couple of straps. So I just had to throw 4 more chains over it. So I've got the full 5 that we're supposed to pull them with. It's overkill, but it is what it is. As I said, we're going to Wakefield. Zoom out. I haven't got a postcode because there's no paperwork. I've not left paperwork either. Let's wing it. I know where I'm going. The only reason I put it in the sat nav is purely for traffic. Because we're coming off at Loft House. No, not that one. That one then. How's it that one there? Huh? What's this? M1 junction 42. Oh yeah. So there it is. Newmarket Lane at Wakefield. Right, that's it. Back up a little bit. Here it is. Yeah, definitely that one. Yeah, whether we actually got any paperwork or not is debatable, because that doesn't always come across the water either. So yeah, we're winging it. Reason my seat's mucky. Just noticed it's mucky. Monday I gave shark. Wow, all these noises. Really distracted out. This is really going with bad. Yeah, I gave one of the site lads. It's actually a fork truck driver. I gave one of the fork truck drivers a lift off site because he was going to pick his car up. He'd got nearly finished basically, and he went to pick his car up. So I gave him a lift off site to save him walking about 10 minutes. And obviously he was in his grubby clothes, wasn't he? So I put towels and stuff down on the floor to keep the floor clean, but obviously I didn't realise his clothes were mucky as well, which was blatantly obvious they're going to be. But it's no dramas, it's no biggie. There's the boss's Range Rover. By the condensation, it's been in overnight. Let me out. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's it. Heading to Wakefield. Take my lights on them. It's a fairly light load as well. There's not much on this weight-wise. Obviously, I have no paperwork or anything. You can kind of judge whether it's going to be overweight or not. But just looking at it, you knew it was. I reckon there's about 14 tonne on here. 14, 1.4 tonne, judging by the way it's pulling and the actual product on the back. Obviously, it's, if you didn't see it in that little bit of a clip, just steel beams. That's all it is. Painted white. Yeah, last week's video, the blue beams got a lot of interest. Yeah, mate, my side of the road. Standing on side. Thank you very much. Love you lots. Oh, I think I upset a lady trucker the other day as well. I called her love. I think she took offence to it. But you guys that know me, or anybody that knows me, I call everybody love. It's a Yorkshire thing. Don't be offended by it. If I call you love, it's no more than mate, pal, chum, bud, mucker, whatever. It's just a term. Yeah, I was walking into a service and she was coming out and she actually held the door open for me. She'd come out and held the door back, you know, so that I could go through. So thanks, love. Then she walked off. Alright, sorry, dear. I don't, like I say, I don't know if I offended her. If I did, and you're watching this, I do apologise. It wasn't meant as a condescending, sexist thing. So right, for now, I'm going to disappear because it's dark. I haven't put my front-facing light on. I've probably got rid of the front camera now because it would have been totally pointless. You can't see me. And I'll catch up with you as we're... Well, I'm going to stop for fuel. I'm going to get fuel from Heartsaid Moor. But I'm meant to fill up with screen wash. Or top up with screen wash. Oh well. Yeah, I'll fill up, get some fuel, and I will catch up with you guys when we're approaching Wakefield. Take care, speak to you soon. Bye for now. Hi guys. You joined me a bit later on, it's 8:30 now. I've been to Heartsaid Moor, had a break in there. Well, I took an hour, cleared my card. Didn't need to clear my card, I might add. But I've got a 10 o'clock delivery slot for this, well, booking time for 10 o'clock. I like to be there at least half an hour either side of it, booking time for a site delivery like this. I don't like to be stupid early or stupid late. Stupid late's never my fault, not normally. Well, it's not my fault. If I'm late to a site, it's because of the load's not being ready, or I was given the job late, or traffic. Normally it's out of my control, if that makes sense. But I don't like to get there stupid early, because there's lads that got booking times before me, like 8, 9 o'clock for my 10 o'clock. And I don't want to get there before them and then them have to wait for me to be tipped. Does that make sense? I just don't really think it's fair. But on the flip side to that, I can only waste so much time. You know what I mean? I can only sit in the services for so long before the gaffers start looking at my tacho and like, oh, why were you sat there? You know what I mean? It's hindsight, I should have started a little bit later, but it is what it is. So currently we've got an ETA of 20 to 9, which is still early. Still early, it's over an hour early. We should be alright. There's room to park down there. Well, at least there was. Let's back the speed down. Got a Brit European truck right up my jacksie. Makes me laugh because drop it to 40 mile an hour now. Brit Europeans coming past me. Crack on, love. It is a 40 mile an hour speed limit, like, you know. I'm doing 42. But whatever. Yeah, it makes me laugh because I drop it to 40 mile an hour and then it's back up to 60. It's like, oh, come on. So we've got 3 miles to go. It's not quite at site that though. 4.5 minutes. I got an itchy beard. I got some new beard balm the other day when I was shopping because I'd run out. King C Gillette soft beard balm. No, I'm not sponsored. Oh man. Oh, talking about sponsors, it's not a sponsor, it's a review. I have got that. I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it last week. I've got that dash cam, 3-channel dash cam in the post on its way to me. So that should be interesting to see how that works out. If it works out, I'm hoping it works out. I might be able to do away with the lamps. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you've not already done so and you've enjoyed what you're watching so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You get notified every time I upload and all that corporate stuff. All the socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Not that I post very often on TikTok, and I don't post that often on Instagram, but you do get a few sneaky peeks. Like the stuff I took into HS2 yesterday, I posted a photograph of it the night before. So just stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yeah, I get to see them on socials. So the only social I don't use, and that's Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I am just literally Wittering Trucker on all 3 of the other platforms: Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Yes. Oh, we are coming off at this next junction. The only thing is, I only live about 10 minutes that way. Really? Really? Apparently so. What are you indicating? So he's going left when we get to a roundabout. Oh well, at least he indicated, better than not indicating at all. We're going right at the roundabout. Maybe he's going right at the roundabout. He is. Oh, bless him. Bless him. And then he just pulls out. Barely stopped. obviously I can't see out my side window without really leaning forward, and I really can't be bothered. So I'm actually watching my top mirror, the convex mirror, you know, the blind spot mirror if you want to call it that. On the scanner it's the top one. Daft, it's on the bottom one. A white van coming and we're clear after that. No, we're not, because there's a car coming now. Quickly followed by a bus. And lots more cars. It's a nightmare to get out here in the morning. There's a car's coming, yes there is. I have to be a bullet, I'm going to be a bullet. Kind of pulled out in front of a car there. It's a way back like, but had I not been waiting like I had, I wouldn't have waited for him to go past. But I didn't hold him up that long. Sorry if you're watching channel, I do apologise. You won't be watching channel. It does amaze me how many people cannot indicate and don't know how to indicate, you know, the correct procedure, especially on roundabouts, you know, and where you should and shouldn't be indicating, and what direction you should be indicating. Oh bless him, he watches my channel, a kid called Damo. He was in our yard. He's come off Curtain side, he's gone on to our high and heavy side. They're quiet at the moment, so he's helping out on flats, and this junction here is notoriously bad for, well, it's quite tight with a 45 foot, but he's never done steel loads before, and well, you can see up jack marks in the muck. He's never done steel loads before, so he got given a job to this site, which is not the best site. It's quite a awkward little site. Yeah, he got given a job with a 22 metres to come in here, and to get around that corner there is awful. Awful. Also, he's got a curtain side motor, so there was no beacons or anything like that on the front. He's got no beacons to go on the back. It's my side of the road you're on there, young man. So he was talking to me and another experienced driver, and we both said to him, I said, you're an idiot if you even think about taking it. You need to ring it in and voice your concerns. I said, he can name me, and Graham said you can name him as well, saying that we both think it's a bad idea that he took that load. It was a recipe for disaster. No disrespect to Damo, but he needs to get experience on normal loads before he starts taking things like that in. We have to wait here until we get given the okay. So he's actually radioing the site now to make sure we're clear to go down. I don't quite know exactly where we're going. 1 second, he's coming to speak to me.
Got PPE yet now?
Yeah.
That's right.
Whereabouts on site are we going now, mate?
Huh?
Whereabouts on site are we going?
The one on the left.
Yeah, I know that. Whereabouts actually on site? You don't know?
I don't know.
No worries.
You put a contact.
I ain't got no numbers, that's the problem. Yeah, I figured that.
Right.
Yeah, to the left. Yeah, I know, I've been dozens of times. Well, this road's normally open, but for some reason they've got it shut now, I don't know why. It's normally open for traffic, that's why he is here. And the hole is there. So this site, as I mentioned in last week's video about it being slippy, I think the last week, maybe the week before, talk about Vernon was on about wife's on the message, yeah. Yeah, we're on about slippy conditions. But so the weight transfer, we'll put all the weight, well, not all the weight, but more weight onto the drive axle. We'll lift it off the tag axle, and then we'll stick it into manual. Manual. Because we're going up this slope here. which is not brilliant. I just changed it up in manual there. Keep it floored. Screwing a little bit, but there you go, we'll get up the hill. Get it up and then we can come off the power. And that's this chap. Whereabouts are we going?
Hiya.
How are we doing? Whereabouts are we going, bud?
There again.
Whereabouts are we going on site?
Oh, just all the way around.
We're still going round the back?
Yeah, straight up and left. All the way around.
Sorted. I'll leave the window open, you can listen to the engine rev so you can hear the wheel spinning. There's a fine point between taking your time and being aggressive. It's a fine point between the two, and that is down to experience when you're driving off-road in an on-road truck. And obviously picking your route as well, which is quite key. I'm keeping an eye at the moment on ruts, seeing if there's any deep ruts. The last thing I want to do is drive down through a deep rut because it'll hit the front bumper. And I don't want to do that. So I'm back in auto now. Put it back into automatic because I'm not going up any hills. Now this bit here was notoriously bad and it still doesn't look very pretty. I will leave it in auto for now. I might even wait here. One of ours is, you see that red square thing just in front of us? If you look through the railings at the top, you can just make out one of our truck cabs. So it kind of gives me an idea where we need to go. Very joyous, man. Alright, bud. This is very soft. Let's see where we've got this ramp there. See where that front loader is, that forks, the excavator to your right. There's a ramp to the left there, where obviously go up into there. That's where he's going to flash these through. We'll wait here and see if we can get going again because this is going to be slimy. There's another one to our right as well. Another one of ours. Not bashful. Oh, it is just Paul. Doors are coming now. There's no rush for me to push through. It's not like I'm going to get tipped any quicker. So I might as well let the doors come. I'll sit here and let our lad come through as well. I'm sure that's Paul. We've took it upon ourselves to nickname him. I'm sure it is. Could be. This chap that's coming off now in this truck, we've nicknamed him Chatty Man. I don't know why. I need to ask him at some point. But he can't talk. He's got what I would say is a tracheotomy. He can't talk. I don't know why. Obviously it was an illness of some description, I assume. But yeah, we nicknamed him Chatty Man. And he's the nicest guy you can meet. In fact, it's not him, this is a different chap. This is it. Drops his window, he wants to talk. I'll just rag it up there, mate, it'll be right. Alright, pal. Spinning. People say put diff lock in, but if you put your diff lock in on, when you're trying to turn, it just drives in a straight line. This side. If I can steer, we're going to clear. Ah, it's clearing. It's clearing. Look at that, eh? Drivers and there's drivers, isn't there? So there's drivers and there's drivers.
Oh, there's drivers and there's screwdrivers.
Screwdrivers, that's the one.
You know what I mean?
Where do you want me?
Come on, there.
Right, guys.
Big one up in there. What's that tattoo on your hand there, like?
It's a very bad remembrance one. It wants redoing.
Oh, I used to be in the army, like.
Reservist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was in the reserves for a bit, like.
Yeah, I was TA for 6 years. I was
I was in the army for 11 years. And I was in the TA for 2.
Yeah, 6 years. I got to the age where I was too old to join regs. I didn't join until I was 30. Yeah, so.
I was joined when I was 16, mate.
Well, I intended to, and then I met a woman.
Hey?
I intended to, and then I met a woman. It just never happened.
Alright, that's alright.
I appreciate it, cheers. Right guys, long-winded this bit, so I'm going to leg it and see what the deal is. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Bye for now.
Morning.
Morning!
Hello, alright.
Yeah, I'm tipped in Wakefield, my friend.
In Wakefield. Can you de-hire that trailer in Hudson, please, for me?
I can go do that, yeah. Yeah. Alright,
Do that, and then I've got a load. There is a Peter Lee load escorted leaving this afternoon to go to Luton for 8:30. If you want that.
yeah, can do, mate, whatever suits.
You just need to go some over to Peter Lee so that.
Yeah, no dramas. Yeah, like I say, I need to be home tomorrow because I'm supposed to be working all day Sunday. Well, that's what Dave had. Dave, I can't even say his name. Dave had to office. He rang me yesterday, asked me what I wanted to work. That's a full day Sunday.
Weekend,
Yeah, I told him I want to start early and do a full day Sunday. So. Just be aware, next Friday I've got an optician's appointment at 4:10. So ideally I need to be done by 2 o'clock.
Okay, just remind me
of course.
as well.
I'll remind you later on in the week.
Service,
Yeah. No worries. Alright, buddy.
Okay, no problem.
Speak to you later. Cheers, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi guys. There we go. I'm going to that one there. We're tipped. We're just snuggling back alongside behind this excavator. Just spoke to the planner, and which way? I don't know if he's going to let me go past him or what. Because obviously he can't really see me, his mirrors are not set or anything, so he's certainly not seeing me in any mirrors, so we'll just wait here, we'll just follow him up. It's one of the last machines I ever moved, was that 320? Well, last move for Trustwell. Anyway, digressed. Yeah, I just spoke to the planner, we're going to off-hire this trailer. Obviously, as you noticed this morning, it's a red trailer that we've got. It's a hire trailer, so that's going into Hudson's at Bawtry. John Hudson's trailer hire at Bawtry. So we shall take it back there, and then from there I'm running solo up to Peter Lee. I'm going to scoot past him. Yeah, we're going solo then to Peter Lee. I've got an escort down into Luton tomorrow, so think what we're going to do where this video is concerned, because it's an escorted load, I might drag this out to tomorrow. So what I'll do, we'll do the remembrance thing at 11 o'clock, which will be after I've dropped the trailer in at Hudson's. You don't need to see me dropping a trailer somewhere, do you? I'll drop the trailer in there and off-hire it. Then I will pick you back up this afternoon. I think that might be the plan. My good lady. My wife got her panic call off her mum last night. She's locked herself out of a flat as the mother-in-law. She's shut the door with the Yale open, open, as in lockable, if that makes sense. She shut the door, the Yale locks, and she didn't have her keys. She's obviously nipped out for something, whatever. But yeah, she's locked herself out. So called our lass in a panic, thinking our lass had keys, but she didn't have a key for the Yale. She's only got a key for the normal 5 lever. So yeah, they ended up getting a locksmith out, cost them 30 quid. Well, cost the mother-in-law 30 quid. So have them bust the lock and put a new Yale barrel in, which I don't think was bad, to be honest. I think it was pretty good. Could have been a lot worse. And my parents did the same many years ago. Exactly the same scenario. Locked themselves out of the Yale, and I ended up putting the door through. And I ended up having to rebuild all the framework and all the door frame, because I bust all the door frame. But it didn't cost us out to get back in the building, but it cost us in the long run, didn't it? Never even thought about getting Smith out. Turn the top lights off. Up here. Obviously this road's been put in purely for this build, because that road's quite tight and it's residential. This kind of area is my old stomping ground from when I used to drive out like an absolute idiot in my car when I was 17, 18. Hi guys, well, it's not the usual kind of video that I put out, but I thought the off-road bit there was quite good. So I thought it was worth showing it for you guys. So what's going on with me in my life? Well, obviously you all know that we've just moved into this place. Today's Friday. I've got home. I got the early finish. I haven't got the optician's appointment because I've misread my appointment. It's actually in December. But well, in a nutshell, my wife and I are very, very close to separating. I suppose you could describe us both as looking like swans or duck on the water. Nice and smooth, everything's all hunky-dory, it looks really, really good on the outside, but underneath, paddling like crazy. And quite frankly, we just had enough of fighting each other. Life in general, we've just had enough. The job's not helped, the finances have not helped. I've always been straight with you guys. I always say I'm always straight with you guys. We were just about getting there debt free, we weren't far off, and then we got this place. And I said in the House to Home series, a lot of it's gone on credit card, which has just ramped the pressure back up on us both, and we've had enough. We've had enough of the pressure, had enough of each other. Will we split up? Don't know. We don't know. We genuinely don't know. But things have got to change. And as I'm recording this right now, things are changing. Our relationships. We had a really, really good chat last Saturday. The 4 of us, the wife and the kids, and myself. We sat down. We had a really good talk. I had a lot of problems. I had a lot of issues. And things have happened this week that are quite exciting, to be fair. away from the relationship, but I'm going to keep that to myself right now, and you're going to have to watch next week's video to find out what's going on. Next week's video, there will be the camera review. The camera is here, boxed up, not opened it yet. But I will do the camera review next week, and I'm going to do some of the footage using that camera. So hopefully it should be pretty good. So yeah, that's where we are as a family. It's not going to be hard. It's not going to be easy if we do separate. It's not going to be easy on us. It's not going to be easy on the kids. But we can't keep living together while we make each other miserable, can we? So yeah, we'll see what happens there. We'll just see what happens. But that's why I've been miserable lately on social, Instagram and that. And I've not been my normal self. I've had people asking, you know, what's going on? You know, are you okay? Well, no. Frankly not. A big shout out to Nessa Trucker UK. Oh, what's she called now? Mother Trucker. What's she called? Nessa Mother Trucker. That's the title on the head thing. Nessa has been an absolute rock. She's been there all the time, messaging. Every other day I'm getting messages off her to ask me how I'm doing. Because obviously the vloggers know what's going on. And also Trucker Andy. He's been there as well, and most of the others have as well. You know, all said, you know, they're there if I need me, if I need them. So yeah, that's where we're going. I'm not going to leave it on a downer. It is what it is. If we do decide to end, it's going to be for the best for everybody concerned. If we decide to stay together, it's going to be for the best for everybody concerned. It's a win-win either way. And this is the last time you see it. Because when I finished editing this, while it's processing and getting it ready to upload, I'm going for a shave. And I'm cutting most of it off. So, say bye-bye, beard. Well, that's it for this week, guys. I appreciate every single one of you watching. And thanks for riding along with me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.